So the 4 quadrants, the first one is the quadrant of life is happening to me. And in life is happening to me, my well-being or what's happening in here is directly related to what's happening out there. So if what's happening out there is a problem, then I'm having a problem in here. And if what's happening is good, well, then I'm good. But I'm still at the effect of the scene out there. And so there'll be a lot of people who will say, oh, I'm really great today. But that's because the circumstances are great. And the challenge with that is there's always a little anxiety because if any of those circumstances change, I'm going to have to change. So life is happening to me is one quadrant that's available to us.
That's a victim quadrant.
That's a victimhood quadrant. And my experience is about 95% of the population spends a good chunk of their time there. And there are a lot of goodies from being in there. And the identity certainly likes being there because boy, oh boy, does the identity get to run. Run the show in that quadrant. Then the next quadrant is life is happening by me. And in the world of by me, I start to recognize, oh, hey, wait a minute. I'm the source. I'm the source of my well-being. And those things could be happening out there, but that doesn't mean I have to be away from my own sense of well-being here. And so it's like being in the eye of a storm, to recognize I have that power. And I have the power also to create the circumstances of my life the way I'd like them to be. And what that really means is that I learn to take 100% responsibility for being the creator. So I move from victimhood to creator. Another quadrant we can all access is the quadrant of life is happening through me. And in life is happening through me, we start to get more interested in this bigger game going on outside of ourselves, and we start to ask, what is life's greatest expression that wants to move in and through me? And in this quadrant, we're listening. We're allowing ourselves to surrender to something bigger than ourselves. And in this quadrant, we're much more interested in the awe of life, and we're deeply, profoundly curious and really care a lot about being of service. It's about we, for sure, in this quadrant. And then finally, another quadrant we can spend time in is life is happening as me. And this quadrant is difficult to articulate because to articulate it takes you away from it. But maybe you've had an experience being in a temple or a church or in a beautiful place in nature or holding a baby or some place where everything is an experience of oneness. And it's not an intellectual experience, it's a whole being experience. And so the idea is that we can be in any of those quadrants at any time, in any of those quadrants. They all have their gifts and their challenges.